So for all the men out there who are like, oh, women don't want to chase us anymore because they're all boss babing their way through life and they're financially independent. Most of us are broke as fuck. Most women like myself are struggling financially.
So I have a genuine question about dating. Dating, help me. Oh my god, my hair. I have a question for all of you. Please, I want everyone's input. Okay, so
there is an alarmingly large amount of young American men that watch OnlyFans.
Singleness is beginning to feel like burden to modern women. They can't take it anymore. The economy is hard, rent is due, and the men are walking away. Men are going their own way. Most of these women even believe that maybe because most men are watching OnlyFans and all that, dating app is not worth it anymore. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and talk about it. If you are new here, this is Andy's Corner YouTube channel. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, this is Andy's Corner YouTube channel. Feel free, like this video like right now.
So for all the men out there who are like, oh, women don't want to chase us anymore because they're all boss babing their way through life and they're financially independent. Most of us are broke as fuck. Most women like myself are struggling financially in this economy. Half of my wage goes towards rent. And despite this, many women still don't want to find a man. Not because they're thriving. I'm certainly not thriving. I'm fucking flirting with financial ruin. But would rather be broke and alone than with you going 50-50, putting up with your bullshit and giving us the bare minimum. We are over.
Men cannot accept that women are single by choice because most men are not single by choice. And I'm sure I'll have many men in the comments being like, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. Again, my dishwasher's going off. Ignore it. Most women are single by choice because getting a man is the absolute easiest thing to get. Men don't want to believe that. But guess what? Y'all are easy. On the other side of the coin, women are mostly difficult to get, okay? And it's...
Guys, this particular one sounds so funny. Is it true that women are very hard to get? If you're not watching this video, please prove this point. Is it true that women are very hard to get and men are very easy to get? Because that's what so many single by choice, so many women who claim they are single by choice are saying. And if women are very hard to get, why is it that majority of modern women are out there online ranting about dating, venting about dating, talking about men, like they claim they don't want men in their life, but all their conversation, all their topic are all centered on men? Why? The truth is that the society where there's no men never thrive. A home where there's no men never thrive. Yes, and many women, majority of modern women know this. They are just pretending. And for the first clip where this woman was like, oh, women are broke as F, but then they don't need men because they don't want to go 50-50. Like, watching her talk, she sounds like an entitled beggar. And if she treats the hand that fits her with concepts, don't be whining when it is withdrawn, because definitely it will be withdrawn. Feminism sold women a complete lie, a complete scam. It deceived majority of men that they are better than men and they don't need men in any way. Women are wired for survival, but if they take a combative attitude toward men, then best they get used to living in perpetual survival mode. I don't doubt men. I don't doubt people who say saving a broke woman has to be the biggest mug game for their life. With these videos, I don't doubt. Women like this always claim, oh, they don't need man, and yet they are so surprised that men aren't approaching them.
Some women don't want equality. They want power and control without accountability. Let's do it again. And I don't care how you slice it, playing the victim while being the aggressor is emotional abuse. And I've got news for you. Men don't hate strong women. They don't like women who lack character. What I have found that women are more respected when you hold yourself accountable. I had to hold myself accountable after my marriage of a 10-year relationship. I've been divorced for 8 years now, separated for 8 years. I had to take accountability for my actions, even though I wasn't the only one or the only reason why we divorced. I had to take accountability in order to fix my toxic traits to be able to move on in a healthy way. So that way I didn't take that baggage to the next relationship. If you want a good man, be a good woman. I've said this before, but some of you ladies have to ask yourself, well, what are you bringing to the table besides your own expectations? Accountability is not oppression, ladies. And remember, you're never gonna find a king if you're out here acting like a clown.
I love it when people take accountability of their actions. I love it when people learn from their mistake and move on. I love this woman for all she said in this video, and I pray and hope she finds love again.
Hey, just venting because I've literally just been stood up on a date. It's a bit disheartening actually. I've been talking to this person for quite a while. We've been on a few dates now, so I genuinely hope it's like he's okay. But I waited for an hour. Actually, fit check first of all. It was at Hawksmoor. Well, it was scheduled at Hawksmoor for 8:30 p.m. So I thought I'd keep it, you know, smart casual. We're in the city, so it's nice. But yeah, hadn't heard from this person since about 3 p.m. The meeting time was meant to be about 8:30 p.m. I'm not someone who texts a lot, so I assumed it was happening, and we've been on other dates before. But yeah, sat there for an hour and realised no one was coming and he wouldn't pick up my calls or answer my text messages. So yeah, I mean, whatever. But I'd say, you know, modern day dating is so elusive. People are not really honest about their intentions. And it's like, well, if you're not interested or if something's come up, it takes 2 seconds to write a message and say something really. And you know, especially like for me, I've got a daughter. I'm a solo parent, so I have to. Oh, nice sip and paints going on in there. Oh, nice. I'm a solo parent, so I have to make childcare arrangements. And possibly pay people. Luckily, I've got a really tight-knit family and a really lovely mum who always offers to look after my daughter. But yeah, I just think it's inconsiderate. Like nowadays, nobody wants to say their intentions, or I don't know. I mean, just say if you don't like someone. It saves more time and hassle, to be fair. But yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you guys is, how long will you wait at a restaurant or a date destination before you realise you've been stood up? I waited an hour. It's one of those things where you don't know whether to stay or go. Like, if you stay, you're wasting more time, and if you go, you're worried they might turn up. How long is too long to wait for a date? What's your cut-off before you go home? Anyway, hope you have a nice night. Gonna find something to do, or actually just go home because my feet hurt now.
Modern dating is not what it used to be anymore. Yes, modern dating, modern relationship is not what it used to be anymore. And the majority of women are coming to the realization that the men are walking away. It has dawned on them that men don't care anymore.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like, dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women, relatively. You at least felt like a human being around them, you know? You at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women-hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been like trying to date guys who are not, you know, my typical type. But yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact, actually, it's worse. What the fuck is a girl to do? Give up? I always have dated guys who were like 10, 15 years older than me, because I've been dating guys around my age lately, and that shit, girl, no.
I just don't feel like I'm meant to meet somebody on a dating app. Do you know what I mean? Like, every time I get back on the dating apps, I'm reminded that I don't like this way of meeting somebody. I know it's the most ideal way of meeting somebody in 2025, but honestly, I despise it. I don't like that we initiate connection via text. I don't like that we're judging each other off of a few photos and prompts and then messaging each other. It just does not feel like the way chemistry is formed. And then I also think about like the amount of guys I've dated or I've liked and thought to myself, would I have swiped right or left on a dating app if I came across their profile, because I think there would be actually quite a few guys that I liked in person, but then if I had seen on one of the apps like Hinge, I don't think I would have even liked them. So I wouldn't have even gotten to the place of messaging them and wanting to meet. So I just feel like at the end of the day, it's better to meet people in person, but it's also like, but how? Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to hear any of it. Focus on you. I am. Literally, trust me, I am. But I just want to know, how can we change dating culture in 2025 where we are no longer meeting the majority of our suitors on dating apps?
So I have a genuine question about dating. Dating, help me. I am, oh my god, my hair. I have a question for all of you. Please, I want everyone's input. Okay, so if you were, I guess this is for any age though. I'm in my 30s. What is too young or what is too old? Because I have pretty much somebody who could maybe be interested, who I don't even know if they are really, honestly, but it came to the point where like I was able to meet them or whatever, you know, and this was not even like a big deal. It was just kind of like got me thinking, you know, like what is too old and what is too young for my age? Like I'm actually, I'm not even gonna really say my age here, y'all can just take a guess, but or maybe you even know. If you follow me, you probably do know my age, but anyway, like what is your age and what do you think would be like too old or too young for you? Because 30 is like that point where like you're just like in the middle. Like I feel like in your 50s or 60s, like I feel like 40 wouldn't even be that young or whatever, but like when you're in your 30s, like people being too young or too old, like I feel like it's so easy to do. Anyway, I don't know. I really would like your input. Let me know like if you have a huge age gap in your marriage or in your in like someone you're dating, and let me know how that goes for you, or just let me know. I would love to know, and like, comment, and share this, and please just, I want to know. Give me the tea. Okay, thanks.
Men don't know how to approach modern day women because women have never been as masculine and dominating or assertive as they ever have been. There's no rule book because women have never been this way in any point in history, and men have never been this way. We have evolved as a species. Women are more capable. They have developed their capabilities, their skill sets, their assertiveness, and men have been tapping in more emotionally, nurturing that internal world because now it's acceptable, unlike before. So, we don't know how to relate to each other because the old rule book no longer applies. When it comes to approaching a woman, it is intimidating. Women are so much more beautiful than they ever have been, with the cosmetic, with the makeup, with the surgeries, and then add assertiveness and capabilities on top of that. Like, I don't think women know how much courage it takes to not buckle under the like radiance of a beautiful woman. It's already intimidating enough, and then you add the fact that some of them like aren't the nicest. Women aren't emotionally as available as they used to be. Before, you could approach a woman and you could pretty much guarantee like she was going to be very soft. Not anymore. There's no standard of behavior. And so when approaching a woman, you need to ask yourself, am I approaching her as a more than or a less than? If it's either, you're already out of the race. It's already going to be bad. Now, if you're approaching someone as a more than, you're approaching them as better than, which means you're going to be condescending. You're probably going to be aggressive. You're probably going to have like no compassion or understanding towards this person. So you will repel healthy, balanced women, and you will most likely attract women with no backbone. You will attract women you don't respect, and you will not respect yourself for being with someone you don't respect. So that doesn't work. Number 2, approaching a woman as a less than. If you approach a woman as a less than, you're approaching her as a people pleaser, as a man who avoids conflict, and she will not respect you. Women do not respect men who cannot say no. They don't respect men who like, and then make shit up. We can tell when you make shit up. Oh my God, it's so obvious. And so many men will come to me And they're like, well, you know, I just feel like I can love her into change, where if I'm just so accepting, she'll never find anyone as accepting as me, and that's my ammo. That's the worst fucking strategy I've ever heard. Women don't work that way. You cannot love someone into melting into your arms, if that makes sense. Like, people think, if I just love her enough and I'm so accepting, then one day she'll just feel safe enough to unravel. Wrongo! That is the opposite of making a woman feel safe. Have you ever had a parent who was like, you know, who was always positive, always just like, you know that parent, or like a grandparent. And when you're upset, you don't want to go to that grandparent sometimes because you need a reality check. You already know what they're going to say. Oh, you're the best thing in the world. You're so strong. Like, don't worry. Like, they just sound like a Hallmark card. People don't like going to that person because they don't believe what they're saying. It's like, oh, they're just trying to make me feel better. They're just going to tell me what I want to hear. No one trusts going to that person unless they want to keep lying to themselves. So that's how women will feel. If you cannot contain the severity of what they're feeling, because sometimes it can be intense and they are taking it seriously, they're not going to feel like they can trust you. If they can't trust you, to be honest with them, they're going to go to their friends. They're going to go to other people who will see them as an equal. And yeah, it's just a horrible strategy. When it comes to approaching them, you want to hit the G-spot of communication, not like, okay. The G-spot of communication is assertive communication. It's when you can be direct, firm, grounded, and compassionate. That's my 4-pillar framework that I developed. I'm so passionate about assertive communication because I used to be the person that, like, I couldn't even raise my hand. I did not want attention on me at all. Even when I thought an opinion about something, I wouldn't speak up, and then later I'd like beat myself up about it. And that was in my teens. Then I started hosting public speaking workshops because I started doing the social entrepreneurship program in Washington, D.C. So then I started leading public speaking workshops. From the time that I was 15 to the time that I was 21, a bitch was in front of a crowd. And that's my 4-pillar framework when it comes to not only speaking in public, but approaching someone in communication, especially when it comes to conflict. So I help men and women learn assertive communication because it's a skill set that requires emotional regulation, being able to stay grounded because you feel a lot of like fear or anger sometimes during conversations. So if that's something you like help in, you can book a call. If not, learn more about assertive communication, okay? It's gonna change your life.
These are my dating rules as a girl who has truly learned to love herself over the years, or as broke, ugly men would like to call it, a self-centered, high-maintenance, stuck-up, gold-digging bitch. Number 1, if you haven't planned when you're gonna see me next after our first date within the first 24 hours, you simply will not be seeing me again. It's giving you don't have a sense of urgency about me, or you didn't enjoy the date enough to like really lock in and lock this shit down. I don't know, I need a guy to be obsessed with me after our first date. Number 2, I will not be entertaining a guy that still lives with his parents. I'm 25, I'm grown. You will not have me coming over and meeting your entire bloodline when I don't even know if I'm still gonna like you after the first month. Number 3, if you don't have a car. Babes, you're talking about, oh, let's go here, let's go there. How are we gonna get there? How are we gonna get there? You don't have a car. Number 4, if I don't get flowers after the first or second date, I'm out. Something about a man showing up to a date empty-handed, it just gives me the ick, like it rubs me the wrong way. Okay, I'm not that deluded where I would literally cut off a guy if he didn't bring me flowers on the first date, but I'm someone that if I expect something, I will say it. So if after I've dropped so many hints and been like, oh, where are my flowers? Oh, you better get me flowers next time. You don't bring me a bouquet on the second date, I'm gonna just take that as you don't take what I'm saying seriously. Number 6, if you say you're gonna do something and you don't end up doing it, you're done. It can be as small as promising to call me before bed. It's the worst when they say all these things to flex. I'm gonna spoil you, I'm gonna get you this back, I'm gonna take you on this vacation. If you say you're gonna do something for me, I'm gonna hold you to it. And when you don't actually do,
guys, in this time and age, it's also so surprising to see most women, majority of women, claiming or having this blood mindset. Can I say call it blurry mindset that men are wanting women? Can I call it blurry mindset that they believe men are still wanting women? The truth is that men aren't wanting women. Women are asking, where are the good men? Women are the one asking, where are the good men at? Men are off enjoying themselves, doing as they want without putting up women who scream equal rights, but only when it suits them and expecting more than they are willing to give back. Good men treat women how they want to be treated, but don't get the same in return, so they don't care anymore. The truth is that majority of men in this time and age don't give an F to any woman. They just want their peace. They just want to be alone. They're even thinking about something else, how to make a lot of money, be on their own, enjoy their life. Like they call it a total waste of time, a total waste of money to be in relationship with women. And right now, I feel like the best thing anyone can do for themselves is to get themselves off any dating app. Yes, get your ass off any dating app, because all of this is so true, and in this new age it makes it so hard to build and even trust anyone. Everybody needs to come to the terms of what was and not let the past dictate what is to come or present truth. Letting it go hard, it's hard though, it's hard than forgiving it all. Nobody is immune to the trial of life, but truth is peace comes at the highest cost. And for you to get that peace, you have to let go. Yes, this might sound so insane, but this is just the best, because right now we all live under a patriarchy society. Men and women are not equal. If you ask me, I'll say men and women, they are not equal. In as much as so many modern women out there believe that men and women are equal, what a man can do, one can do better, all that. I don't believe men and women are equal, but I believe men should just look for an equitable partnership, not an equal one, because everyone cannot be the same. And yeah, just as I mentioned earlier, we live in a patriarchy society. Patriarchy still shapes the world, but then it doesn't define every individual's outcome. The system influences averages, not destinies. A society that advantages men doesn't guarantee success for every man, just as sexism doesn't stop every woman from excelling. A woman might be earning maybe 300,000 US dollar, and doesn't mean a man should earn more. In my opinion, it just shows that personal drive and circumstances can most times transcend social bias, and expecting a man to provide as compensation for patriarchy confuses personal relationship and social justice. Financial dependency, in my opinion, doesn't repair inequality, it produces it. If patriarchy limited women's freedom by casting men as provider, asking men to make things right by funding equality just repackage the same dynamic. In my opinion, anyone can debate it, anyone can prove me wrong. The comment section is totally okay, it's totally fine. But I just want women out there, modern women out there, to just know that equality isn't about repayment, it's about fairness that adapts to context. True equality means each partners contribute in a way that reflects their strengths, choice, and share their goals, not their agenda. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I hope you guys are enjoying every bit of this video, including my commentary. And if you do, which I know definitely, up to this moment you guys are enjoying every bit of this video, please go ahead and give it a massive thumbs up. Yes, go ahead, click on that like button, share this video. I'd like you all to please share this video. In case you already haven't done so, like this video, it helps our video so much.
The dating scene as an Asian is cooked. Like, I swear every person I talk to have the same issues. The first being, obviously, always have commitment issues. I know a lot of people date to date, but in my head that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why are you talking to someone if you don't have any interest of like actually being with them in the future? And I feel like that's why so many situationships happen. And I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding, like, we're only getting older, guys. Like, the second issue I always come across is that they're always somehow a little bit narcissistic. It's always about me. Like, only think about themselves, and like, oh, like, no, baby. Like being so self-centered sickens me. The third is that they're avoidant, okay? And all these issues start piling up, and you're left there like, what the freak am I doing wrong? Because you can't read their mind. Lastly, the biggest one of them all, lust over love. Why is it so common these days that these men just be thinking with their dick? Like, whatever happened to being a gentleman? Whatever happened to candlelit dinners? Whatever happened to talking until the sunrise comes up and you can see the stars and everything? Ah! Like, what happened to the cute little dates? Like, why is it always boba and back shots? I quit!
The Materialist really sparked a lot of like interesting thoughts for me, and I definitely think that Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans represent three very distinct dating archetypes. Like, Pedro Pascal is the hero, like the champion, and Chris Evans is like the struggling actor, like everything always has to be hard. And Dakota Johnson in her role is like the shadow version of yourself, like all of the things that you're afraid for people to see, that Pedro Pascal eventually does see, and that he loves her for so much, but she's not comfortable enough within herself to allow him to really love her, because he actually sees her. And that's really scary for her. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, she does end up with Chris Evans, and she goes back to something familiar and comfortable, even though it was really hard. And I think this is a huge lesson that I learned now that I'm 29. Going back to something doesn't mean it's good for you just because it's there. And just because that you've been there, done that a million times, and like, it's like a comfortable pair of shoes that like you beat into the ground and you're like, oh, but these are great. And it's like, okay, but like, it's time to move on. And I also think that the movie kind of perpetuates this narrative that love really has to be hard and has to come with immense struggle and like negative sacrifice, as in like sacrificing integral parts of yourself and sacrificing your values that you shouldn't compromise on for the sake of love. And I don't believe that you should do any of that for romantic love. And like 19-year-old me definitely thought like you have to like give away parts of yourself for the relationship, and like it always comes with some sort of struggle or emotional upheaval. And now that I'm 29, I know that that's not true. And I know that genuine, authentic love comes with meeting in the middle, and it comes with compromise, not negative sacrifice. And like, yes, you sacrifice things, but it's in a way that's like for both of your highest goods, not in the way that like you are a lesser version of yourself for the sake of the other person. And I think that Pedro Pascal has all of the qualities that she really wanted, but she was like, I don't deserve that, so I'm gonna go with Chris Evans. And ladies, moral of the story, if you want to go to Iceland and you want to date someone who's in a $12 million penthouse and like wants to take you to Iceland, and she's like, I didn't have a passport, he goes, let's get you a passport. What's your dream vacation? She's like, Iceland. He's like, let's go to Iceland. Like, I'm so excited to like love you so much. Like, that's okay. You don't have to date the Chris Evans who argues with you in the middle of the street in the middle of New York City. And I mean, like, been there, done that, got that t-shirt. It was an awful time. And never again. Never again. We will only be dating Pedro Pascals moving forward.
See, guys, say this issue of dating relationship is really confusing a whole lot of people. They'll be like, especially women, they'll be like, dating is not what it used to be. Oh, modern dating is not what it used to be. Dating app, they are so deceiving and all that. Like, when you did all the whole wrong, do you expect it to remain the same? Do you expect it to remain the same? Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Share your opinion and thoughts in the comment section. Women always have something to talk about, men. They always have something to talk about dating relationship. But men, on the other hand, don't care. They don't care about anything called love, because it costs them a whole lot. Not just that it costs them financially. Most times, it costs them their all, including their money, their emotional health, their mental health. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I hope you guys are enjoying a bit of this video, including my commentary. For me, I don't think dating will ever go back to normal. I don't think, except women will have to work on themselves, work on their ego. Like, a whole lot of adjustments have to be made, especially on the part of the women. A whole lot of things have to be put to their place, especially on the part of the women. You see all these women claiming or bragging they can't go 50-50 with a man, or they can't go 50-50 with a man. Don't you have respect for men? Don't you care for the men? The men need to rest sometimes too. Yes, the men also need rest. If you say you can't go 50-50 with a man, it means you are not loving. It's already revealed the kind of woman, the kind of partner you are. And men can see through that, even without you speaking a word. Men can see all of that. And I wouldn't even blame them for not dating anymore. I wouldn't even blame them. Most women always have this mindset of, oh, I can't go 50-50 with a man. Instead of settling with a man, or settling with a man, 50-50 relationship, they rather go broke, just as the first woman claimed. And here she's on the internet, ranting about how her rent has gone up, how she can't afford to pay her rent. She already sound like entitled beggar, and men can see through that. Men can already see through that. They know you. If you are this entitled men already know, and they won't even say a word, but they'll just leave you like that. They'll just leave you like that. Anyway, guys, please go down below in the comment section. Share your opinion respectfully in the comment section. In case you are just seeing my face for the first time, or you're just seeing this channel for the first time. Yes, this is Andy's Corner YouTube channel. Yes, Andy's Corner YouTube channel. Feel free, like this video, subscribe to this channel in case you already haven't done so. Most importantly, please like this video. Like this video. I need a whole lot of men to see this video. And also share your opinion. What do you think about women saying, oh, instead of them to settle for 50-50 relationship, they rather go broke? Why, in a sense, they are asking, where are all the good men? Share your opinion respectfully in the comment section. Like this video, turn on the bell notification, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and I'll see you guys on my next uploads. For now, bye.